Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Autism Acceptance Channel. As you know, this channel is completely dedicated to all things autism awareness, acceptance, and empowerment. Our top stories today are on the importance of the circadian rhythm, a helpful resource on grounding techniques, a DIY turkey craft, and putting the spotlight on this awesome person with autism. So, let's jump right into it. For our first story, we'll be getting into the circadian rhythm. But hold up! Before we go any further, we should probably tell you what the circadian rhythm even means. According to the National Institute of General Medical Sciences, the definition of circadian rhythm are physical, mental, and behavioral changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. These natural processes respond primarily to light and dark and affect most living things. So then, what's all that science jargon mean? It just means that every day our bodies go through the circadian rhythm, or a cycle, that depending on if it's day or night, changes the way we interact with things. So, when it's nighttime, we're sleepy. Our mind goes into time for rest mode, and so do our bodies. Chemicals get released in our bodies and tell us that it's time to go to sleep. And when the cycle shifts from night to daytime, different chemicals get released to let us know that it's time to be awake and active. So, what does the circadian rhythm have to do with kiddos on the spectrum anyway? Well, a lot actually. If you're a parent/guardian of a child with autism, you may know that it's difficult to get your kiddo not just to fall asleep, but to stay asleep too. If this is true for you, your child may have difficulties with their circadian rhythm. Current research outlines that there are significant issues children with autism face when it comes to getting good sleep. It is suggested that for children on the autism spectrum, issues with sleep may be linked with their circadian rhythm. This may lead to issues with sleep-wake patterns and abnormal hormone regulation. Sleep abnormal what? What does that mean? Well, this means that there may be a link with the circadian rhythm and children with ASD having issues with going to sleep / waking up, and also having issues to where certain chemicals don't release at the right times. So, what does this all mean for you? Well, now knowing this, it may be helpful to consider your child's sleeping habit and see if you find similar reported difficulties when it comes to going to sleep and staying asleep. And if you notice issues with your child's ability to fall asleep, here are some helpful tips. First off, think about your child's typical nighttime routine. Do you notice patterns of having access to screens such as iPads or perhaps TVs? Does your kiddo enjoy snacks that are either high in caffeine or sugar before they go to bed? And if so, making adjustments to their nighttime routine might make it easier for them to get some sleep. Now, let's say that your kiddo's nighttime routine is perfect, but somehow your kiddo still has difficulty with getting to sleep or staying asleep. For this, we recommend that your kiddo get some exercise a few hours before their nighttime routine. Now, let's say that your kiddo has the picture-perfect nighttime routine and still get some exercise in order to get sleepy and tire them out. But somehow still they're having issues with falling to sleep or staying asleep. And guess what? You're not alone. Lots of families report trouble with having their kiddo fall asleep despite their best efforts. In this case, it may be wise to look into the use of medication like melatonin. But for this kind of advice, we strongly recommend you getting in contact with your kiddo's pediatrician and/or doctor to know more about sleep issues with children with autism and the use of melatonin to help aid that. If you're wondering about whether you should even bother your child's pediatrician about the use of melatonin, you should. Melatonin seems to help some children with autism fall asleep faster, stay asleep for longer, and even wake up fewer times at night. So again, we recommend talking to your child's doctor about this. We are not trained medical professionals, and we're certainly not giving away medical advice. All we're saying is that if you notice issues with your child's ability to fall asleep, stay asleep, and waking up periodically, then perhaps it's best to talk to your child's pediatrician about the use of melatonin and whether or not it can help. Next up, a helpful resource. Do you as a parent struggle with unwanted thoughts, memories, and emotions? Are you prone to anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and overall losing yourself to overthinking? Well then, you should check out our helpful family resource for the week titled Grounding Techniques Menu. This resource is provided to us by psychologytools.com, and it's a super extensive guide that tells you how to manage yourself into grounding. But what's grounding anyway? Grounding, if you weren't aware, means that it's a set of strategies that helps you to ground yourself back into the present moment rather than where your mind wanders off to with emotional pain. By grounding yourself, you are better able to manage your emotions and other painful thoughts and feelings by forcing yourself to return to a grounded state. So instead of trying to deal with an anxiety attack while you have an anxiety attack, you are able to deal with it while you are now calm and level-headed. This resource is an awesome tool that helps you to get grounded and not overwhelmed with emotional pain. Be sure to check out this resource in the description below or on our website, behavioralautismtherapies.com. Moving on, let's talk about a super fun activity that you can do with your kiddo. Get ready for DIY Fall Feathered Friend. This easy to do activity will help your kiddo to follow step-by-step instructions, practice fine motor skills, and above all else, be creative. The materials you'll need for this activity are as follows: a free printable cutout, leaves of different colors, colored pencils/crayons, and glue sticks/glue. Step 1. Print out this free printable and set it off to the side. Step 2. Go outside and find your favorite fall leaves that you want to use for your feathered friend. Step 3. After you collected all the leaves, begin to paste the leaves onto a piece of paper using glue. Step 4. Start to color in your printout of the turkey while the glue is drying. Step 5. Once it's pasted on there good, put your colored turkey on top of the leaves you pasted onto a piece of paper. The sixth and final step is to put glue on the bottom of the colored in turkey cutout and paste it on top of your leaves so that your turkey buddy has their feathers. And there you have it! Your DIY Fall Feathered Friend is now complete. And now for our final story. We'd like to put the spotlight on two individuals with autism. Our first individual is the sensational Kodi Lee, who is a 27-year-old blind and autistic musical prodigious savant. And he was the winner of the 14th season of America's Got Talent. You may have seen him win not just the whole dang season, but all of our hearts as well, since the show is voted on by majority vote. But his achievements don't just stop at winning the whole thing. He also made history by being the first autistic and developmentally disabled person to win the show. Wow! And while Kodi didn't win this recent season in America's Got Talent All-Stars, he's still inspiring others and hard at work making new music for us all to enjoy. In fact, Kodi released his second original song, Hello World, in the beginning of this year, and people are already loving it. The immense positivity and refreshing optimism is something that is infectious. We just can't get enough of it. And commenters on the official lyric video all agree that Kodi is an inspiration to all, but most especially people with autism and those closest to them. Keep up the amazing work, Kodi Lee. And for everyone at home, be sure to check out Kodi's latest single, Hello World, which is out now. We'll be sure to link the video in the description below. So be sure to check it out, and don't forget to share this to others who may need an extra boost of positivity in their life. And that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like and comment down below for your video suggestions. We hope you enjoyed this weekly recap of autism news. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video. Thanks again for watching.